What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave coming at you live from Germany as usual, and we are here once again for your weekly pop culture beatdown, Nerd and the Jerk. Now, if you notice on screen, things look a little different. Things are changing a little. They're a little bluer, a little more British, a little more handsome. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. We have a brand new co-host all the way from merry old England town. Acr Trainer Liam is now co-hosting Nerd and the Jerk. What's going on, my friend?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm all good. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Now, before we get too much into Liam and his beautiful self, before we do that, people are probably like, oh, where's the other fat guy? Well, Jake Link, who has been my partner here on Nerd and the Jerk for well over a year now, he's going to be taking some time off. Not exactly sure exactly how long. It looks like it's going to be more than a little bit of time. So we made accommodations and we went and got a man that I feel can do the job quite well, because he could be nerdy and we all know he could be jerky or sassy. He's a sasshole.
Oh,
I'm
a fucking sasshole. I'm gonna try and do you proud, Jake. Don't you worry.
I think you will. And personal message to Jake. I absolutely love that man. He helped me continue on. This is a passion project of mine. I've been doing podcasting for almost 6 years now, and the one consistent throughout everything has been Nerd and the Jerk. It has been my baby. It has been I would do a channel that is just Nerd and the Jerk. It is my love. And Jake helped resuscitate that thing. So nothing but love to Jake Link, and be back soon, my friend. But in the meantime, the show must go on. We've gone through other co-hosts before, and we will continue on into the future, but I think we've got something really, really special here, because Acr Trainer Liam and I have worked quite... I'm not going to call you Acr Trainer Liam all the time, by the way. I'm just going to call you fucking
Yeah,
Liam.
please fucking don't. I'm proud of who I am and my channel and stuff, but please, I have a name.
And we've been friends now for a little bit, and I think we were past the part. Like, you never call me Dead on Dave, but yet I'm always Acr Trainer Liam.
The worst thing is, though, the worst thing is when I'm out and about, and if someone does meet me and they're like, oh my god, Ace, it's great to meet you, and I'm like, oh, why have I done this to myself? Of all the fucking things I can get called. Yeah, fucking right. Ace.
At least it's not Dead on Dave. Why are you Dead on Dave? It's because you're fat and you're gonna die soon of diabetes, you fat shit. I get that a lot. I get that a lot. That's
fucking hell, dude. Tell them they're wrong. Tell them they're wrong.
Well, look at me. Are they really wrong? I mean, I'm 34. I'm probably at least halfway around the track.
That's my point, baby.
But it's cool. So it's exciting to have you here, because we have become friends, and we've been able to. We kind of looked at each other from afar for a little bit. You know, you like what I do.
We danced around. We did a little tete-a-tete, didn't we?
Yeah, you made my dick hard when you started coming in some of my streams and things, and finding out that you were a fan.
And you made my dick hard when you started coming in other things.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's gonna be one of those type of shows. So it's been pretty cool. We've done some wrestling stuff, and now bringing you on Nerd and the Jerk, I thought it was an absolute perfect fit. And I think we picked a perfect day, because we got to talk about what happened to you today. Before everything else, we're going to get into who you are and all of that. Like, you're not just an Adam Lambert fucking impersonator. There is more to you.
I'm not going to have to spend the whole of today sucking my own dick, am I? Because my mouth's dry enough already from doing it all day.
Why don't you tell us why your mouth is dry? What happened on your Twitch stream today? Holy shit.
All right. So for those of you who weren't here for my Twitch stream, it was an hour ago and it was 3 hours long. We got lots of donations in that stream. Fuck my life. One girl donated over £1,500, which in dollars is probably about $2,000.
Damn close, yeah.
Holy shit balls! Like, fucking, my girlfriend was crying on stream. I was about to fucking cry on stream. Like, I've never seen myself so fucking humbled in my life. Like, everyone was saying, "Wow!" Well, like, the best quote was from a guy called Magic Ice Cubes in the chat. I think it's Mega Ice Cubes, and he said, this girl has literally donated the sass out of Liam. And I was like, that's exactly what's happened.
I don't think I've ever seen you smile that much, like, ever. That was
I mean, I'm gonna fucking shout her out. I don't even care. Thank you, Casey, so much for those donations. It's incredible. Like, the final donation amount we ended on was £2,123. I can feed my fucking dogs this month, and maybe next month too.
Right.
Holy shit.
You're feeding them fucking people, like imported peoples.
Hey, I'll have you know, My dogs, I spend more money on my dog's food than I spend on my own. My dogs, so that they can grow up and have like the best fucking upbringing ever. I've got them on this fucking James Well-Beloved stuff. It's like 15 kilos is like 30 to 40 pounds or something. It's
Good
expensive
God.
shit.
Yeah, it is.
Whereas I'm eating all the own brand, not quite chicken, you know? Like I spend so little money on my own food and fucking all on my dogs because
priorities. It's good to see your priorities are in order.
they're the only fucking kids I'm ever gonna have. So
Fair enough.
dogs, they can fucking get all the love in the world.
Dogs don't disappoint you as much as humans do. So I don't blame you.
People say, why do you not want kids? Why do you have dogs? Isn't it just as much trouble and expense? I'm like, dogs don't answer back.
Right. No sass from a dog. There's like pet me,
no
feed
sass
me.
from a dog.
Don't judge me while I lick my asshole.
Exactly.
Now let's say for a second that if that woman did not donate the amount that she did, which was over 1,500, you still would have done 600, which is an incredibly good day.
Done 600. You know what I mean?
Incredibly good day.
I mean, a good day for streaming is like £20, and then these people jump in and they're just like, you know what? We're feeling really fucking generous today. Just fucking make it rain, baby.
You never know when it's going to happen. You never know when it's going to strike, but that's kind of the wonder. And I want to suck the community's dick for a second.
Oh, please do, because I'm all sucked out.
Yeah, it's just this community and mine, yours, the combined people that we share. Some of your people have come over to mine. I know a good lump, like basically my entire community has gone over to yours, and it's pretty incredible to watch them. Yeah, it's insane. It's really cool to see all this merger and how generous people are and how good people are together. And I'm not saying that Pokemon community is completely devoid of anything nasty, because we both know that's not true. But it is wonderful to see, especially considering that I have my little side community of wrestling and commentary, which we both know are quite toxic. So it's pretty nice to see that we have this type of thing. By the way, big shout out to the £2 super chat donation, simply because $39.97. Hi, Liam. Love from. Oh, it's the same one. I think it's.
It's my boy Rails. It's one of my many donators. He donated a good £100 last stream, so he just got paid and he's really fucking happy. So
happy to
keep your eye out for that one.
Donate to people, I guess, and no more clapping your hands. So you guys are incredible, and keep up the incredible support. Doesn't even always have to be donations. The fact that you guys come in, you like, you share, you subscribe, it's huge to us, because you think that Dave's on Catch 33, Liam's got 100K, and it's not as cut and dry as that, especially after the adpocalypse. So when your support means more than ever before, and thank you. Thank you.
I mean, it's like you say, the thing that I find fucking beautiful is I can see people in the chat right now who are from I don't like saying, oh, they're from my community, but people who are regulars in my streams, seeing them in here, and even when I pop into your streams that you do during the day, and I'll see someone that normally goes to my streams who is now an active and permanent member of your streams. I think that's fucking awesome.
It's pretty damn
that we're
cool.
all intermingling, and like definitely I've noticed a lot. Doodles and Jade Rabbit have been in my streams a hell of a fucking lot.
They love you to death.
They're awesome people, and like it's great. I like mixing everything in because it means that I feel comfortable branching out into other things and because I've done things on my channel such a uniform way for such a long time,
right?
And now I do feel like I can do other things. I can do things where I just sit and talk to a camera and talk garbage for a while, because the people that are watching are no longer just watching for the Pokemon. They're watching for me.
Yeah.
And that's fucking great. And it's the same with your streams. Like, all right, there's a difference in audience size, but the people who are watching you aren't watching you because, oh, Dave's playing Fire Red today. I love Fire Red. I'm going to watch that. They're watching it because they fucking love you. And that's the best part of what we do.
I wish more YouTubers would understand that, instead of the constant chase of the trend or the constant chase of just like a community. If you just
hey, this week, guys, I'm a fidget spinner channel. Next week, I'm going to be a hot knife through someone's arm channel.
I almost started a channel about a month ago. I shit you not. I might even mention this to you, called Dave Does. And I was going to do
challenges
stuff.
And shit, right?
No, not challenges. I was just going to take a week and I was going to do a week of a certain community's content. Like I was going to do ASMR for a week. And then I get a lot of requests to do ASMR, believe it or not, which is bizarre to me. But hey, maybe one day.
I've had a few of those.
Yeah. But all right, aside from all of that, Liam, now right, left side, right side.
Let's carry on with ASMR for a little bit. You want to hear these tones, baby?
Everybody just got wet. Thanks a lot, Liam. Now they've got to get up and change their chairs. Nicely done.
So many wide-ons in the chat right now.
All right, so aside from all of that stuff, now you have had quite a journey on YouTube. So go ahead and, if the people who don't know, and judging by the audience size that we have, which is much bigger than the usual Nerd and Jerk, I'm sure most of them do know the story, but for the ones that don't, how did you get to this point in your life where you're now part of Nerd and the Nerd and the Jerk?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say the reason the audience size is a little bit better is because when I come on someone else's show, I do something that not a lot of YouTubers will actually think to do, which is I put up a 30-second video on my channel saying, here's a link to the stream I'm about to do on someone else's channel. Come fucking watch it. Right. I hate when people don't do that. Like, even when, because I'm part of a podcast as well, that's may or may not be coming back this year. More info to come at a later date.
Scandal.
But whenever that podcast goes live, there's always something on my channel to say, go watch this fucking podcast right now. So that's why we got more people coming in, because people know that the guest is going to be there, you know? That's the problem that I think a lot of people do. When they guest on something, they don't actually link to the thing on their most...
I think the word's promotion. I think it's called promoting.
I'm trying to avoid the word promotion, but there's no fucking promotion. Like, to me, tweeting out a link isn't good enough, because if I tweet out a link, I got 15,000 Twitter followers. 15,000 people will see it. That's great. But if I put it in a YouTube video, 100,000 people could potentially see that shit. And that's way better promotion.
Oh, absolutely.
And I want as many people to come here because they get to know me. They see me interact with you. They realize that you're a cool fucking person. And then they come to you permanently.
He said it.
And they hit the subscribe button.
Did you see that? He said it. He just said it on fucking camera. I'm cool. There it is. Take it to the bank. And no blue hair here either. Chewbacca hair, no blue hair.
We've got my boy TrueGreen7 in here. He's a much bigger Pokemon YouTuber than I am, but he says the reason he doesn't do it is because he loses 100+ subscribers every time he uploads. Fair play.
No, that's a fair point, because that
but yeah,
glitch.
You got me wrong. Oh, the fucking upload glitch. Let's not get into that. Yeah. But yeah, so what am I doing? Basically, I've been making Pokemon videos on YouTube for about 2 years. I started in January 2015. And for about 8 months, nothing happened. I got to about probably 100, maybe 200 subscribers in my first 8 months, which is, you know, it's nothing, but I was just enjoying it. It was just a fun thing to do when I'm not at work. And then in the August of that year, my channel blew up to 25K in a month. I still don't know why. To everybody that says, hey, Liam, I want to start a YouTube channel. How do I get to the point you're at? I don't fucking know, okay? Somehow I got slotted into the algorithm for a couple of months. And now I'm back out of it again, and that's why I'm kind of stagnating. Someone said to me, someone left me a comment a couple of weeks ago going, I thought his channel was dead. He got to 100,000 subscribers in November. It's 6 months later, and he's only at 103. Yeah. No one's watching him anymore, are they? I'm like, no, 20,000 people a day are still watching me, but people just aren't hitting the subscribe button anymore.
No, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. There's just sometimes it just goes dead and you can't figure out why. But that's the thing. You can't be discouraged by it. You just got to keep going. Nobody does this on their own. Everybody branches out. And that's what you've done. You've branched out. You're finding more ways to get yourself known. You do things that not a lot of other people do. I'm guilty even of not always promoting in the way that I probably should be. But like with a perfect example, I did an interview. I didn't do a YouTube video, but I had the entire cast on my show last night. You know, talked about the interview that we did, because
which helps promote it.
Right, exactly. And more people should be doing that. We got to help each other out a little bit. I mean, you can't always be looking to stick your dick in somebody else. Jesus Christ. Every time you turn around, let me fuck this guy. Let me fuck him real hard.
I mean, I've got nothing. The thing is with YouTube, right? People are always trying to fuck each other over, but there's no benefit to fucking someone over. The only thing that happens when you fuck someone over is you run the risk of that person exposing you for fucking them over. Yep. Whereas if you just ignore the people you don't like and leave them the fuck alone, their world keeps on spinning, but so does yours. So you can continue to grow. It doesn't matter if you're as big as them. What you need to be is as big as you can be.
Right. Are you enjoying what you do? Are you having fun?
I fucking love everything I do. Ignore the £2,000 donations today, because a lot of people are like, he only loves it because people throw money at him. No,
it's a good day today.
I wake up, I decide on something I'm going to do for the day and I make a video on it and it's something that I'm passionate about and I enjoy. I fucking love Pokemon still to this day because I'm a big fucking man-child. And I get to make videos on something I'm passionate about, but I get to earn a living doing it. So I fucking love it. The minute I stop loving it, I'll do something else. But for now, I'm happy. I don't have to leave my house, which is a fucking bonus.
I don't have to drive and commute to work and listen. I don't have to be a barista.
Well, this is what Lydia was saying earlier. She was saying when she's out and about, if she knows that a certain celebrity lives in a certain town and she's walking around that town, she thinks, I might bump into like Stephen Fry while I'm out here, right? I might bump into other British name that no one will know, Piers Morgan or something. And she was like, do people think that with you? Like, do people walk around Derby and think, I might bump into Acr Trainer Liam while I'm in town? Wouldn't that be amazing? And then she reassured everyone, don't worry, you won't, because he never leaves his house.
Leaves. No.
You could walk around Derby for 6 hours and you won't fucking even hear like a trace of Liam.
Not even a little.
Fucking
but that's all right. You know what? Mystery is something that is a lost art. Go be like Sia. Just don't be seen. You're fine. You'll be fine. Everything will be good. I mean, don't grow your hair out in front of your face where you can't see, but you know, everything else.
Oh, come on. Sia's all right. I like that lad.
I like Sia too. Really good voice, but I digress.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you got here, I'm glad that you're here and I really appreciate you being here and I appreciate everybody else for hanging out. Let's get into the topics of the week, shall we? Because there is quite a bit of it actually. So
there's a lot going on.
I thought we'd start something easy because the hard thing that this might be your last night here because people are going to hate you by the end of this show. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but let's ease into it a little. Let's start nice and slow. Something that you're familiar with. Let's go with Pokemon Direct because Pokemon Direct launched it, or they not launched, but it was shown this week. And that's an event where they talk about all the big things that are happening. It only usually happens when there's a big announcement. And a lot of people feel that there just wasn't a big announcement. And there is a little bit of backlash, really that culminated with a absolute fucking hatchet job by the pillar of the journalistic community, Forbes magazine.
Oh, God,
Slaughtered.
Yeah. Fucking Forbes, mate.
So, look, it doesn't really bother me too much that some of the big things that were being leaked or talked about didn't get talked about there. We got E3 coming in a week, okay? Like next weekend is E3. So it doesn't bother me that much. But other than that, why should people calm the fuck down when it comes to the Pokemon news?
Well, I talked about this today, actually, in a video I made, but you know, if you've not watched it, I'll give you the short version so you don't have to watch it. Don't have to make me any fucking money. Basically, it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad. Okay, Pokemon Tournament, I don't care about because I don't really play beat 'em up games. Never had a Wii U. Never saw the reason to buy a Wii U. Just like at the moment, I don't see any reason for me to buy a Switch because the only game worth playing on it is Breath of the Wild.
Right.
And I'm not as into Zelda as other people that I know. So there's no reason for me to spend 300 quid on a Switch when, you know, fucking my money's tight. But
looser today.
So I was
looser today.
Yeah. I was shitting myself watching the Nintendo Direct. Like, please don't be on the Switch. Please don't be on the Switch. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to buy a console just to continue making Pokemon content that's actually relevant.
God, yeah, no, that's true.
So when they announced it on the 3DS, I thought it was a fucking blessing. But the point that one of my friends, PD Winnell, made is Nintendo historically don't bring out new games for the new console until a couple of years after. They wait until they've sold enough units for them to go, we're happy taking a jump onto this console.
Right.
So like Pokemon Tournament didn't come out for the Wii U for a couple of years after the Wii U came out because they were like, you know what, we could put our main series game on there, but we're not convinced that this is going to be the next big thing in gaming. We're gonna wait. We're gonna be patient because that's what Pokemon do. That's why they've been a business for 21 years, because they sit there and they think things are going fine on the 3DS. It's not dying out yet. Let's just stick to what we know and what is good. And so I wasn't expecting it to be on the Switch, to be fair. Like, I was expecting a 3DS title. And the people that wanted it on the Switch, who are now moaning that they wanted it on the Switch, are probably the people that were moaning before that, saying, no, we want it on 3DS. It better not be on the Switch, because people just love to fucking complain, don't they? Right. They love to hear the sound of their own voice. They love to hear their tweets. They love to get retweets about how unhappy they are with the Nintendo Direct. Yeah. And it's one of those things where, like, we got Virtual Console stuff. The Switch doesn't have a virtual console yet, so it's
yeah.
obviously that's going to be on the 3DS. So I wasn't underwhelmed, and I'm happy with a new Pokemon game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially because I think people are already forgetting how short Sun and Moon is. Sun and Moon is a short, great game. Great game. My wife beat it in 4 days. My wife just sat here and grinded on it and beat it and she works a full-time job, beat it in 4 days. It's like done, gone. And I'm like, Jesus, I'm on Island 2. What's the matter with you? Because I take my time. I really do. I'm the worst in video games. I don't know why anybody wants to watch me do
every
stuff.
every little crack and crevice.
Really, just like my sex. Every little crack and crevice. I get up in there.
Bet.
I'm a very generous lover. Well, I mean, it's not like I would know anymore. I forgot, woman.
Paraphrase Jerry Lawler. You put your dick in places where most people don't have places.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, we're off to a great start. You're doing tired ass Jerry Lawler jokes. Well
Fuck it out.
Yeah, I'm with you though on this whole Switch thing. I don't think people should be freaking out over the reason that they are. And we're going to talk about E3 in just a few minutes. But to kind of segue into that a little bit, I believe one of the big announcements is going to be moving into. You're also going to get this game on Switch. I think that is going to be one of the things that they talk about. I just got a feeling
the thing that's interesting is the Switch does have Wi-Fi connectivity with the 3DS.
Yes.
So it would be entirely possible to trade Pokemon from a Switch game to a 3DS game. So there might well be an announcement that's going to be on the Switch. I mean, one thing actually, now that you mention it, is they made a quote-unquote mistake on their website where after that Nintendo Direct went live, that Pokemon Direct, it said available on Nintendo 3DS and Nintendo Switch. Mm-hmm. So everyone was like, whoa, it's on the Switch. And they were like, no, it's not.
Never mind. I'll bet
Which
you
could
dollars
well be.
and donuts. I'm sorry.
That was a hint. That was an actual reveal that shouldn't have been revealed, I think.
I got a feeling that was the trailer that they're going to play at E3. They're going to play the entire Nintendo Direct thing again. I have a feeling they're going to play the entire thing again.
They absolutely love to throw curveballs. Yes. I mean, the fact that they showed the Pokken trailer and then threw the Ultra Sun and Moon trailer right in the middle of it before then coming back to it later to go through it in more detail. They know how to throw curveballs. They know how to just piss people off enough for them to then be like, oh my God, the thing that you've just done that actually makes sense is amazing. That's what Pokemon do.
It's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to play the exact same trailer that they did for Pokemon Direct. They're going to play this at E3, and then the last frame will be the frame that got leaked, showing that it is on the Switch. That's what I see is going to happen with that.
Or they'll just have the little red Switch thing that comes on the screen all the time.
Exactly.
Just at the end.
Yeah, which is really cool, by the way. Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh, yeah, my dick got hard. I think people need to forget. They got to remember for a second, even with the die down of Pokemon Go, Pokemon is in a fucking renaissance right now. It's fully back. It's everywhere.
Back with a fucking vengeance.
It's insane. It's everywhere. It is just, you cannot go anywhere without seeing something Pokemon. And this is a 21-year-old entity at this point, and it's hotter as it's been in at least 10 years. At least 10 years.
Easily. And like even when Diamond and Pearl were released and Black and White were released, they did well because they always do well, but they didn't do as well as when Sun and Moon literally just dropped. Yeah. They did so fucking well for Sun and Moon. They sold so many bastard units. It was incredible.
And
even when X and Y came out.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Piggybacking. And then, we got the summer coming with Pokemon Go announcements are going to be huge. They're doing those live events in Chicago. They're doing one here in Germany. I mean, there's really not a lot of mistakes that can be made. So before we go to what a lot of people are here for this, because they want to skewer you really bad. I'm reading the chat. They want your head.
I know they do because they've seen my tweet yesterday.
It's coming. It's coming, kids. I promise. Don't worry. You'll get it. We're going to guillotine them. It's fine. But before we do, we talked about what's coming in a week and everything that Pokemon might be revealed at E3. E3 is upon us. It's Nerdvana, it's right there with Comic-Con San Diego. It's the granddaddies, it's the meccas, it's what gets everybody wet. If you're a nerd, it doesn't get too much better. I'm kind of hit or miss on E3. I don't see the hoopla as much. Remember, this was something that died out about a decade ago, and they changed it completely. And then we're like, what are we doing? Nerds still want to spend copious amounts of cash at these events. Why the fuck would we cancel it? So they brought it back, but it just feels like a shill most of the time because they give the announcements away a lot of times before these events. or they
Well, I
wait
mean,
till right
perfect fucking
after.
example. Perfect example is Pokken. It's like a week to E3, and we already know that Pokken's not only going to be there, but it's going to be playable to some degree, so people can check it out. Which is a great way to sell E3, but at the same time, you're like, well, I know Pokken's going to be announced, so that's one announcement that I don't need to worry about. Like, we fucking know Call of Duty is probably going to come out with something new at this point. If they haven't already. I haven't followed Call of Duty since like fucking Black Ops 2.
Well, they did. They released the same
every fucking year.
Well, they did. They released it.
They're going back to
ground. Boots on ground.
That's right. They're going back to fucking boots on ground.
And everyone's getting hard about that, except people like, I don't want to go back to boots on, because everyone bitches. Everyone's got to complain.
Everyone bitches. It's the same, like, it's the same, just jumping back to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, is everyone's like, I don't want another fucking Alola adventure. I don't want a sequel. I wanted the Diamond and Pearl remakes. You don't want a sequel, but you want the same game again? How does that make fucking sense?
It makes perfect sense to the irrational, Liam. Perfect sense to the irrational.
Just another tard for the bin.
I'm telling you, it really, seriousness. But E3 is going to be a pretty cool event this year, because I'm not hearing a lot of things. There doesn't seem to be a lot of things that are being leaked that we hear almost every year. There is some suspense going into E3, mainly because of some of the things that are kind of going forward. You know, the Xbox One is kind of coming into its big thing. Are we going to get anything that's going to kind of piggyback off that? Are we going to get an announcement of a new system already? More VR compatibility for both that and PS4. Nintendo, the Switch, even without any games, it's sold like 2 million fucking units already.
It's insane.
There's no games for it, but everybody has one seemingly. I don't understand that, but hey, people like it because it's pretty. It doesn't work half the time apparently, but it's pretty. It's pretty. And people are buying it, which is great. So I ask you, my good sir, what are you looking forward to aside from the Pokemon stuff and things from Nintendo? What do you think are we going to see at E3 of any substance or value?
Literally fucking nothing. Like, what's there going to be? I got nothing. Like, there's nothing, because this is the problem with being like a fucking one-trick pony, is apart from Pokemon, I got nothing that I'm researching. But like with E3, I don't like, unless there's going to be more on Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe. Yeah. I just don't give a shit about anything else at E3. Like, it's going to be the same as it is every year. Look at these game companies that release the same game every year. They're going to release another game of the same format. Cool. Hey, do you think we'll get another FIFA next year? Oh, wow, look at that. We're going to get another fucking FIFA so we can kick the ball even harder to the other end of the fucking field.
make soccer more realistic, because that's what we need. We need the most boring game on earth to feel more boring for the consumer. That's exactly what we need to do.
They need to change the name from E3 to ZZZZZZZZ.
So you are
because
not a fan.
Oh, I just don't care anymore. But I used to care when I was younger. I used to give a shit about E3 because all the new amazing games would be revealed. Nowadays, like you say, all the best shit is revealed online anyway.
Yeah, it's hard to keep it off.
Beforehand, exactly. It's hard to keep secrets under wraps, even for the most fucking
would you go?
secretive of companies.
Would you go? You wouldn't go.
I'd go. If I was formally invited and my accommodation and my travel was paid, I would go. But would I pay? Fucking hell no. Really? I'll just go to like PAX East or something. I'd rather go to PAX East than E3 at this point. Like, at least that's interesting. And at least people that I know would actually go there.
Right. It does seem like it's a mark convention to use a wrestling
term. I've never heard anybody go, hey man, I'm off to E3, unless they've been invited.
Right.
By E3.
No, it's true. And it's going to be interesting. I think there are a few things. I mean, we've seen Kingdom Hearts has gotten pushed back again. I think some people are thinking there's going to be some sort of swerve with that. The Final Fantasy VII remake that seems to be in the work for like ever now has been pushed back officially. There's things like that.
But like, I'm not going to live to see the remake of Final Fantasy VII, I don't think. I think it's going to be out after I've long since been dead.
You might be
right. We got the tech demo. We got the tech demo when the PS3 was released, right? We're now on the PS4, probably very soon coming into the fucking PS5, or maybe they'll go back and be the PS 1.0.
No, I want them to call it PS Cinco. That's what I want. I want them to call it the PS Cinco. Yes, that would make my dick hard. That would be fantastic.
No, it's all about the PS Fünf, mate. Wait, is Fünf German for 5? I don't fucking know.
Very good. You just made my wife very happy. You used a German number. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rammstein, for that one.
Du hast.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's like all I know. It's Rammstein songs and curse words. Lots of curse words. I do know those. I know those. 15 years. I know curse words. Yay. Yeah, I'm kind of with you though. There's really not a whole hell of a lot there are some things like I'm hoping for, but I'm kind of with you. I was kind of ready to play the jerk here in this role because I was going to kind of shit on E3. It's like there's all this excitement and then nothing happens. It's like being poor on Christmas. You still have the same excitement for Christmas, but deep down, you know you're not getting shit because daddy hasn't worked in 6 months, okay? So it's one of those. There's nothing's going to happen. There'll be a couple announcements, but eventually it's all going to end up being shit, and that's sad.
I would just hate to pay to go and then be walking around like, well, this is shit. This has cost me hundreds of pounds to get to. Fuck, I'd have to travel across the Atlantic fucking ocean.
Right. And then
be like, damn, well,
across America too.
You want to go grab a fucking McDonald's while we...
There's already good strip joints around here. I mean, come on, something.
Hey, that's more my fucking language.
Okay. So aside from all of that, just terribleness and with E3, and maybe everyone should just everybody calm the F down.
Just calm down. Just don't get excited about something. Don't get annoyed about something that's just not gonna fucking give you any reward for it.
Right. Such as a movie. For instance. A movie that is got so much buildup because every single fucking thing about this movie has been politicized to the point where I don't think I can enjoy the movie when I do see it. Jesus, there are articles, dozens of them, about her armpits, okay? I can't deal with...
Wait. Because they were shaved? Because they were supposed to be an Amazon?
Yes. Yes,
oh,
her size has been nitpicked over since when she debuted over with Superman versus Batman. The fact that she's not white, but I didn't know Jews weren't white. I have no I don't know. All the shit when they're in arguments, they always tend to be lumped in together. I don't fucking know. But every single bit about this movie has been over politicized and used, not in the same way that the Ghostbusters remake was, but fairly fucking similar to that. Gives you that really disgusting
I can't
feeling.
wait for the next comic book that is Wonder Woman versus the SJWs. Holy fucking shit. All of you shut the fuck up because, do you know what? All this shit, like, let's give them shit because they're putting a strong female character at the forefront of this movie and they're not doing it properly and all this shit. She's so true to the fucking comic, right?
Yeah,
she looks like Wonder Woman. Isn't that the point? Did you moan because Deadpool wasn't ugly enough? Did you moan because fucking Superman had more muscles than Superman had in the comic? No, that was fine. But the minute fucking Wonder Woman's waist is a little too thin for your fucking credibility, suddenly that's a problem.
Too much of a thigh gap, Liam. Too much of a thigh gap.
Too much of a thigh. Oh, don't, because there's so many close-ups on her thighs in that film, and I nearly fucking
Linda
melted.
Carter didn't have a thigh gap. She didn't need one. She squished watermelons with her thighs. Man, I still love Linda Carter. I don't give a shit.
True Amazon.
That's an Amazonian right there. But it's kind of crazy, the fervor over this, and people are just kind of getting lost in the fact is, plain and simple, is it a good movie or not? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I have seen parts of it. But let me tell you, the trailers were baller as shit. The trailers were amazing. They did a really good job.
Don't get me wrong.
But to be fair, they did a really good job with the Suicide Squad trailers too, and that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
That one scene that they show in the trailer when the drums are going as well, dun, 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 and she's blocking all those bullets with her shield. That scene is fucking boss. I will give them that. She looks like a legit badass in that scene. But other than that, the movie's boring as fuck.
Okay, now let's
there are so many long scenes where just seemingly nothing is happening, and you're just like, wow. And the dialogue is fucking garbage.
Really?
Go back and watch it. But the thing is, a lot of people go into this film thinking, this is amazing. Finally, we have a strong female lead, like leading a movie. She's not backing down from any of the men. Of course not. She's Wonder Woman. It's the fucking character. Come on. Of course she's not backing down. None of this is because of a feminist issue. None of this is because, we've tailored this so the feminists feel good or anything like that. They've done the movie in this way because she's fucking Wonder fucking Woman. That's how she's supposed to be.
Right.
She doesn't back down from men. She doesn't back down from anyone because she's Wonder Woman, and that's how she's always been. Right. I've never read a Wonder Woman comic where a fucking old man goes, "You sit over there," and she goes, "Okay, bye." You know what I mean?
Let me go take this dictation, sir. Yeah, go over there and make a sandwich, Wonder Woman. No, never happened.
If you go in the way I went into the movie and watch it as a superhero movie and not as this is the most wonderful thing in women's history that a woman is getting to be a superhero, because Wonder Woman's been a superhero for over 50 fucking years, so we know she's there. Watch it as an actual superhero movie. Even if you have to pretend that Wonder Woman's a man so that you can ignore all these issues of femininity and whether she's supposed to be a strong female character, watch it as just a superhero, a gender neutral superhero. It's a boring film. It's fucking boring. The dialogue is not well written. The characters, you know how every fucking superhero fucking film now has to have side characters that are just generic pedestrians, generic civilians. There's a group of them in it, one of whom is Native American for no reason. There's just no reason for him to be Native American, but he's there. And he's a terrible actor. He cannot read his lines. It sounds like he's literally got the paper held 10 feet away from him and he's fucking reading them.
That's just how Indians talk, though, to be fair. I'm sorry. Like, true Indians, they talk very slow. Wampum. How?
Oh, no, this isn't even like that. It's worse than that. There's a generic British guy who goes from being like from Newcastle at one point to Scottish the next. You know he's Scottish because he's wearing a kilt. Can I point out? Because just in case you didn't realize. And then he sings in a bar later on in an Irish accent. It's fucking dreadful.
Oh, wow.
Just the characters are so bad. They added an Indian guy to this group as well, like an Asian guy. Like, sorry if I don't use the correct fucking term for where he's
using Apu or no.
I'm not going to use your terminology.
I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
But yeah, but it was wearing a fez, if that helps, for some reason.
All right. Could have been a Shriner, you fucking racist.
He had a section of the film where he talks about, you know, it's great that Wonder Woman's doing what she wants and she doesn't back down. You know, he really wants to be an actor. That's what he dreams of doing, but he's the wrong color. And I'm like, I get that it's set in the 1940s and I get that would have been a very real point at the time. But I also felt it was so unnecessary to put that into the film. Because this is supposed to be about Wonder Woman. This isn't supposed to be, hey, look at all the diversity.
Right.
Like, it's not about that. It's about Wonder Woman and her origin story. And apart from, like, I'll give them credit. She is a strong female character all the way through. And she never backs down from anyone. And she comes across as courageous and heroic. But again, that's what Wonder Woman's supposed to do. It's not revolutionary. It's just true to who the character is.
Her name is Wonder Woman. Wonder and woman are literally comprise her name. I mean, it's what do you know expecting? What I mean? It's like Superman. He's fucking Superman. What we have to overthink here?
It's do you know what? It was just I would give it a 4 out of 10. Like, it was watchable. I would give it 4 out of 10. The reason I gave it 4 out of 10 is because I gave Doctor Strange a 5 because it was watchable. It was a good film, but it certainly wasn't a great film. Whereas with Wonder Woman, I wouldn't watch it again.
Now, I'm shocked you didn't like Doctor Strange. I thought Doctor Strange was fucking pimp as shit, man.
I gave it a 5. I'm very fucking vigilant with film ratings, but with Doctor Strange, I gave it a 5 because I thought it was good, not great, but I would watch it again and have since watched it again. Whereas with Wonder Woman, I'd be more than fine if I didn't see it again. And I know a lot of people are getting really like behind the whole, oh, it's a brilliant film by a female director. I don't care what gender you are if you direct a film. I've never once watched a movie and gone, oh, that film was great. Female director. Oh, fuck this. Right. No, actually, no. This was good for a girl. You know what I mean?
Right. They're using the for a girl argument. That's what they're using. The thing that we've been trained not to do no more.
Directors are directors.
Right.
I've never once even thought of a director's gender. Like, I only know actually since watching Split that M. Night Shyamalan, whatever his name is a dude. I only realized that he cameos in all his movies just recently after watching Split. So the whole time, I didn't know if he was a guy or a girl. I don't care. I just liked some of the movies he did. I won't say all of them.
No, definitely not all of them. There was a rough patch there, Liam. There was a rough patch.
Split was a good movie.
I still want to punch him in the face over the fucking Village, okay? To this day, I want to punch him in the mouth over the Village.
Oh, the Village was fucking tripe.
Oh my God. And there's some great actors in that. And they just, anyway, I can do a whole show on that in and of itself. What I find interesting with this entire thing is, once again, it seems to be a ball drop, at least because, look, I made fun of you a little bit about how really nobody's bad-mouthing movie. That's not exactly true. There are some bad reviews out there, and they're actually growing by the day. Now, it's being buried by the fact that it's set records, and and now it's over 200 million domestically, and it's well over that.
Have there been any records, like really fucking tweaked records coming out where it's like, this is the highest grossing movie with a female lead, and this is the highest grossing movie by a female director? I don't care if you're male or female. If you directed a film, you're at the same scrutiny as every other director. You shouldn't get extra points just because you got a pair of titties and a vag, right? You should be on par with all the other directors. It does not matter what gender you are. I don't care. Just make me a fucking movie and make it good.
But it's 2017, baby. It's 2017 where the SJWs rule.
That's even more the point, isn't it? Because 2017 is all about, let's be equal. Let's not talk about men being better than women. Let's not talk about other people being better than other people. Let's talk about everyone being equal. Let's measure everybody to the same measuring stick. We don't use the word actress anymore. They're just actors, because they're on the same, like they're categorized the same as male actors and female actresses who are now female actors. Everybody is an actor. Therefore, why does it matter if it's a female director?
Because
it shouldn't matter.
The same people that are using the pronoun argument, which you just kind of went with there. Go ahead, finish.
Because it's a female doing something good, suddenly the fact that she's female is important again. Sure. If it was a female director that had done really bad, nobody would be saying female director. They'd be saying, what a poorly directed movie. Because if anyone said, oh, look at this shit woman director that's done this shit movie, everyone would be canning that person, going, oh, you're just being horrible because she's a woman. Yeah. But because she's done a good thing, because she's made apparently a really good movie or a really good grossing movie, suddenly the word female can be used and it's not a problem. That's what fucking bothers me. I'm getting really fucking heated about this. I can see it.
Well, that's how SJW politics work. And this, and look, I don't want to use that word too much because people throw it around a lot, but this is an SJW fucking issue. It really is. When I have sat here and had to listen to everything, and it's really because of how fucking shit Ghostbusters was. That's the whole reason why this movie is so important. Garbage. The whole reason why this movie is important, because they could not have women in movies fucking fail on that scope again. And had they have done that with Wonder Woman, and had it been as dreadful as you're saying it is, which not everybody feels that way, but had it truly been that way, and had it made no money, and had it been an absolute flop, there's no coming back from that. And they feel that's damaging. At least that's how they feel that is. They feel that there's no coming back, and it's so damaging, and they're just screwed. And there's like, we'll never be on the equal playing field now. But the reality is, these SJW politics, what they do is, it's only one-sided. You were talking about how everyone's equal, and it's not about that. It's just the fact that men are no longer greater than women. That's the only fucking side that matters. Everything else has to be greater than. It's just the one side that has to stay the same, and everything else has to rise above and be greater than that now. That's the only fucking metric that they care about, and that's why every single fucking headline you see that has to do with their money talks about women, greatest for a girl, and they're using it for a girl argument. And I'm like, isn't that a little counterproductive? Isn't that kind of defeating the point of what you were trying to accomplish in the first place? I don't know.
I don't know, because like emphasizing the fact that, oh, look, women are better than men now, that's just kind of making it go, instead of the men going, yes, let's treat them like equals, it's like saying, now we need to compete because evil man need to be better than puny woman, that kind of thing. And I just want to make it clear for anyone that's misunderstanding me in the chat, I am the biggest advocate for fucking equality. I don't care if you're a woman. I don't care if you're anything in between. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, fucking Russian. I don't care where you're from, who you are, what you did, as long as you love me. No, as long as as long as you're a good person, As long as you're a good person, I don't fucking care what you are or where you come from or what is in your fucking underpants, unless it's a really, really fucking good body, in which
I
case
just want to
call
see
me.
it. Yeah, exactly. Send pictures.
Do you know what I mean? I don't care. That's how easy equality is. Just stop giving a shit.
Exactly. Stop commenting on it. Stop caring. Now, your woman in the chat just said Ghostbusters was directed, cast, and produced by men, but female actors were blamed. Now, the reason why that happened was because all the men who were in charge of it decided to try to make it a female issue, which again seems a little bizarre and really fake at the end of it. And it was touted as this big thing where the women's were going to take, it was just a wrong. You don't fuck with a movie that doesn't need to be fucked with. First place, Ghostbusters didn't need to be remade ever.
Can I also just say, Jay, I am not middle-aged. The fucking
no, I am. I'm probably 3/4 around the track, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Completely fair here. Look at me, by fuck's sake. All right, but it's pretty crazy though. Overall, it does seem like some of the shine is it's starting to come off a little bit, and more movies because remember, we're rolling into the summer. There's supposed to be a lot of good movies. Mummy is coming out, or it just came out, I believe, one of the two.
But I've heard terrible things about that as well.
But that's the beginning of the summer. We got Spider-Man Homecoming.
That looks fucking boss.
Oh, don't get me started.
Doesn't it just though? Like I'm a bit gutted because I'm one of those fucking people that actually liked the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies.
I have a lesser opinion of you now. Because they're awful.
No, but the second one for me was fucking beautiful. I really liked Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 1, not so much. I'm not really into fucking the lizard guy, whoever he was again, Kurt Connors. But the second one I really liked. I don't know. Maybe it was just because fucking Cell-Dweller did the soundtrack. Maybe it's that. Oh, that's one thing about Wonder Woman. Soundtrack's fucking garbage. I'm not even apart from that one piece of music they used in Dawn of Justice, which that that. Apart from using that over and over and over again, I can't recall a single tune from that movie.
That's so weird. It's so again, this goes back to DC being
because soundtracks can they can make or break a movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Soundtracks.
And sometimes it doesn't matter at all. You look at fucking Suicide Squad. The best thing about Suicide Squad, that was needle drop after needle drop, son. Soundtrack that's one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard for a movie, period. That soundtrack is great, but that movie is absolute garbage. So it goes back to this whole DC thing, because DC is so desperately trying to accomplish in about a 3-year period what Marvel took 15 years to achieve. And it's kind of sad and pathetic. Because I love what Marvel has done. I really do. They built it the right way. The movies now they all matter. And DC is like, well, we got a longer lineage. We could do this, but they're not doing it the right way. And it's just like, look, they made some good choices. I'm sorry. I'm gonna piss some people off. Ben Affleck might be the greatest Batman to ever fucking.
Do you know what? I'll give you credit. He is
awesome.
He's a really good Batman. After he played Daredevil, I was like, you really want to put Ben Affleck in a superhero role?
But that was Daredevil.
In fact, this is I'm gonna credit Lydia for this one because she did say this. The reason Ben Affleck is one of the greatest Batmen of all time is because he doesn't just play a good Batman. He plays a good Bruce Wayne.
He does. Yeah,
and that's what we've not had. Like Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, no one believed it. No one watched Christian Bale play fucking Bruce Wayne and be like, oh yeah, I could totally believe him as Bruce Wayne. Ben Affleck just is the character. He just kind of fucking exudes it.
He's kind of already. He's kind of like that, you know.
He's had his fall from grace.
Yeah, a little bit, rather publicly. But it's kind of cool to see. They did a darker Batman, and I like that because you go back to Keaton's Batman was kind of popish, and fucking Clooney's had nipples on it, and you had all these guys, and I liked what Bale did. But I mean, fucking Batfleck knifed motherfuckers. He knifed people in that movie. That was pimp as shit. I loved it. But they can't seem to do anything correct. They have so many good properties in the TV front. You got a perfect cast for the Flash, and yet you recast somebody who doesn't make any sense for the role of the Flash for the Justice League movie, and that pisses everybody off. But
literally, like the guy in the Flash was the perfect fit. Perfect. Like I started watching the Flash, but then like partway through season 1, I was like, okay, this is getting really fucking repetitive because every episode of the Flash is oh my God, to defeat this guy, I'm going to need to run faster than I've ever run before. That's right, Barry. I've never run that fast before. Why don't you try running a little bit faster? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I've saved the day. I'm faster than ever, motherfucker.
So
that's literally
good,
every episode.
You're right, but there's something about it, man. The tears, it just gets you. It's so emotional. I love the way they do it. But the funny thing is, with all the mistakes that they've made with the movie franchises, they got one bullet left, man, because Jason Momoa as Mother...
Oh, don't, because every time you say Jason Momoa, every girl across the world gets wider than ever.
Everybody just squirted. I'm sorry. Everybody just squirted.
Do you know what I'm worried about? Do you know what I'm really worried about? Like, ignore fucking Aquaman for a minute, because I agree, that's going to be a badass movie.
It's Aquaman. How is this possible? But I'm excited.
You know what I mean? I'm worried for Cyborg.
Oh, God.
Because you know what you say about fucking DC's lineage? We got Cyborg coming, and I feel like no one's going to go to that movie because DC have a habit of, like you say, just fucking up. Like, if they fuck up the big superheroes, right? If they can make boring Superman movies, if they can make a fucking subpar Wonder Woman movie that only gets credit for being directed by a woman, and other than that, it fails across the board. What are they going to do with Cyborg, a arguably lesser known Justice League character? Because no one ever dresses up as fucking Cyborg for Halloween.
No, nobody, not one person.
I am looking forward to this Halloween with all the new Wonder Woman costumes.
Oh, there's gonna be, yes, it's gonna be last year with Harley Quinn. You're just gonna see.
Don't, because remember last year I went to Comic-Con.
Oh, God.
And standing on a stand all day at Comic-Con, we did Harley Quinn counting. At last year's October Comic-Con in London, we counted 84 Harley Quinns. I dread to think what happened in San Diego. Do you know what I mean?
Worse.
And not even, this is the same person going past. These were 84 individual Harley Quinns.
Nice.
And one traditional Harley Quinn in the fucking red and black jumpsuit.
Really nice. Okay, I like.
Although
that.
the Comic-Con that just happened in May, it was end of May. Interestingly, there weren't so many Harley Quinns in the normal sense, in the fucking shorts and the t-shirt, the Daddy's Little Prince, fucking whatever it is, Daddy's Little Monster t-shirt. It was the like Harley Quinn kind of slutty gold dancing outfit Harley Quinn. There was a lot of those.
Harley Quinn. That's interesting. That's a bold one. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, it was a very bold move for some of the poor girls. You know what I mean? I've never seen quite so many faults, but in one place.
Yeah, but to go back to your point real quick about Cyborg and stuff, this is what really, there's a whole lot of reasons that you can differentiate what Marvel's doing right to what DC's doing wrong. But there is one big key thing. Marvel makes everybody matter. They made a badass Ant-Man movie. I love the Ant-Man movie.
The minute they announced Ant-Man, because Ant-Man has been my favorite superhero for fucking God knows like how long. I don't even know why. I just love Ant-Man and the whole premise of it.
There's something about
being able to be a giant, being able to be tiny, being able to fucking sneak into places while still having super strength while you're fucking tiny as a fucking, like having the power of a bullet behind your fist when you're the size of a pinhead. There's something about that. And obviously being able to fly around.
Everyone was like Paul Rudd. Everyone was like, and then Paul Rudd just fucking slayed it.
Oh, Paul Rudd did so.
Thank you, Sarcastic Sam, for your donation, by the way. Thank you very much. He said you're a blue-haired twat. Is what he said basically. You're a twat.
He's not fucking wrong. You're absolutely right. Try and be more sarcastic next time, baby. But Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, he fucking killed it. It's a shame Edgar Wright didn't get to carry on the film, because he would have like you can see the scenes that are made by Edgar Wright, and you can see the scenes that aren't. But other than that, it's such a good movie. I can watch that again and again and again, and I fucking love it. Especially those transition scenes where Luis is telling the stories and stuff, and it's flipping from person to person with his voice. I mean, that's Edgar Wright all over, but it was just perfect.
It was
beautiful scene.
And that's the thing. It's fun.
And do you know what I liked about it as well? Is it was the first superhero movie we've had in a long time where I could say that is a family movie.
Yes.
In the sense that the adults can watch it and enjoy it, and the sass and the jokes and stuff like that. And the kids can just enjoy the ridiculous, like, superhero comic book moviness of it with the giant ants, the giant Thomas the Tank Engine and things like that. Whereas a lot of the other superhero movies, like especially things like Thor and Iron Man, have been very, very, yeah, we're jokey, but we're very serious. It's all about being cool. It was all
because
about
all
being
that
cool.
is about failures. They always have to own their failures, and it's just like,
Yeah,
but they do have fun with it.
Was
But it's not the
literally
same
about
way.
being, having a joke, having fun. It was a fun movie.
It
It's a fucking Michael Cole moment of, oh, he's out there, he's having a good time. That kind of thing.
It's gonna be the same thing with Spider-Man. It's gonna be the same thing with Spider-Man.
So, yeah.
I love the fact that they're going back to high school. I like that they actually got a kid.
The scenes we've seen as well with the scenes we've seen with him like recording on his mobile phone and like vlogging and stuff. I like the idea of that because that's what a kid would be doing in this day and age if that stuff was going on.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I like this kid. I really do.
And how good does the Vulture look?
Isn't it Michael Keaton, dude? Come on. By the way, we got a $10 donation. Touch my nips and call me Sandra. Will do. Oh, it's your boy. It's Rails.
Hey, good job, Rails. The closest I can do is touch my nips. Is that all right?
I'll do them too. We'll double nip touch. It's good stuff. Yeah, Michael Keaton as the Vulture. I love that he was Birdman earlier, like exactly, a couple of years ago. Now he's the Vulture.
Beautifully poetic. That is.
I love it. I do love that. That's going to be really fun. But it's like, what do we get excited about on the other end? It's like Wonder Woman was supposed to be it. I mean, they built it up so perfectly. She had she was the best part aside from Batfleck in Batman versus Superman. She was the best part of that movie. She really was.
Hell yeah.
She was great. And this was supposed to be the turning point. This was supposed to be after the disappointment that was Suicide Squad. She was supposed to turn everything around, get us excited for Justice League, get us excited. Are you any more excited now, or are you more concerned?
I just don't care anymore about. I'm so done with the Justice League at this point. Like, I remember being a kid and being like, "Oh my god, the Justice League! Yeah, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, the other guys, whoever." And now it's like, oh, if I don't see another Justice League movie, it'll be too soon.
Right.
I'm gonna go and see it. Because I fucking hate, I'm the worst I'm the worst person to get annoyed when people judge something they haven't done. Like, getting back to fucking Pokemon, I get annoyed when people say, I don't like Generation 6 and 7. They're shit. And I'm like, oh, what didn't you like about Pokemon X, Pokemon Y?
I never played it.
I never played it. I don't want to pick up that shit. You're like, dude, fucking play the games and then tell me your actual opinion. Yeah. Fucking idiot. And so I always have to go and watch a movie before I can critique it. That's why I've not said anything about Guardians 2 yet. There's people telling me it's great. There's people telling me it's shit. There's people telling me it just tried to rehash the original, the original charm. I'll let you know what I think of it when I've seen it.
I'm going into it with a really open mind because it's got fucking Tango and Cash in it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm excited about that. Both Tango and Cash. Come on, man. That's some good stuff right there.
I'm gonna go in with an open mind because I loved the first one. I regret not seeing the first one at the movies. Because the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I saw the trailers, they had them in the prison, and they had the Hooked on a Feeling, and I was like, I don't know anything about these comic book characters. They look hokey as fuck. They look like they're just knockoff Avengers, not really interested. This movie's going to be dog shit. And then one day, one of my friends happened to just be playing it at his house, like, oh, I'm going to watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Is that all right? And we're like, yeah, we'll order some pizza. It'll be fun. Watched it, loved it. I can watch it again and again. Great movie.
That movie grabs you right from the opening scene when Chris Pratt is just walking and he plays the song, doom 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 doom. He's like, oh, this is awesome. Come get your love. And now everybody's singing the song all the time too, which that's a badass song anyway. And I'm glad that's back now. Thank fucking Christ for that. F for family. F is for family. Using it too. Good job, Bill Burr. Yeah. Good on you, sir. But it's just cool. It's just kind of fun, and it's great for people like us who are obviously we're nerdy. We may not be the prototypical nerd I am because I'm fat and shit. And I got all this stuff on. I'm wearing a Chewbacca hat. I really can't say I'm not a fucking prototypical nerd. But this is like a renaissance, man. This is everything. We're getting a Black Panther movie. We're getting a fucking Black Panther movie, dude. And
I've
like
no doubt. I've no doubt it's going to be boss as fuck. It's going to be so good.
Rails donated $2. DC fails so hard on the movies, but the series Arrowverse are all amazing, whereas Marvel's just killing it all, friends. And so it's going to be hard for DC. It is. You're 100% right there because Marvel's doing it right on both ways. Thing.
Marvel makes their less interesting characters seem like big fucking deals all the time. Like we said with Ant-Man. Like, they're going to do a movie about the Inhumans. And most people will be like, wait, who are the Inhumans? But you don't care because you're going to watch the trailer and go, hey, that looks like a fucking good Marvel movie.
But that's why the TV, that's why Marvel's so much fucking better. Just entertainment enterprise in general, because they've been setting up the Inhumans through the television show Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which has ups and downs, but mostly ups.
I did struggle with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'll admit. A lot of people say you've got to get past the first season before it really kicks into high gear, and I'm like, I hate hearing about that from TV shows. I don't want to have to watch 12 episodes of fucking boredom to then go, and now it gets good. I don't have time for that. I've got stuff to do.
It does pick up though, man. I mean, that is a show I would say
I might well just start watching it from like season 2 and
it's
just
a binge
start
show.
from there and see
it's a binge show. You'll start binging. You'll be like, oh my God, popcorn time. But here's where the real success is of Marvel. They got talk about Arrow, talk about fucking Flash. They're great. They are. But the best comic book shows, they're not DC, they're Marvel. Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. Luke Cage is the greatest fucking comic book TV show I've ever watched in my life. Luke Cage.
Really? I've not watched either of these.
Oh, God. I mean, Marvel succeeds with the Defenders. Now, Iron Fist kind of sucked, but Daredevil's pimp as shit. Jessica Jones is incredible, and Luke Cage.
I've heard nothing but good things about Daredevil. I did hear Iron Fist was shit, and I was like, yeah, but
it's
I mean,
Iron Fist.
how great can you make Iron Fist? Yeah, like he's okay, but he's a one-trick pony.
Wow, I do a lot of good punches.
Sarcastic Sam, Marvel is just like Apple. They know how to market their garbage, and it works. Very, very true. Thank you for your dollar donation. Very much. Very kind. Very kind. But no, it's 100% true. They know how to market their shit, and it does always tend to work. But the only reason why you make an Iron Fist is so you can make the Defenders. And that's what they're doing. They're going to make the Defenders TV show. And everything's building to something. DC just seems to be scattered. Like Suicide Squad. Yes. No, you could have just made a Harley Quinn movie and Joker movie. Just combine that. Everybody would have been happy.
I was thinking this earlier when we were talking about Cyborg. And you were saying like how good Suicide Squad soundtrack was compared to the movie. I thought to myself, I just think it was too soon for Suicide Squad.
I agree.
I think much in the way that Marvel really established the main set of Avengers, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, fucking, oh my God, he's one of my favorites, Captain America, and all that jazz.
The Hulk, all of them.
Yeah. I see the irony as well that a British guy's fucking one of his favorite superheroes is Captain America. America. God bless you and all that. But they established all of those popular names, right? And then they did their Avengers Assemble movie. Then they started branching out into lesser known members of the Avengers, like Ant-Man, like Black Panther. Whereas with fucking DC, they've gone, right, we're going to do Batman. Then we're going to kind of do Superman, but balls it up. Then we're going to throw in Suicide Squad, which to me shouldn't even... If they're going to do a 2-part Justice League movie, they need to do... They needed to have done Suicide Squad after that was over.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because I feel like that should have been like a far off like epilogue kind of thing,
especially
as opposed
to do it that way. If you're gonna make Jared Leto that type of Joker and you're gonna make it that type of movie.
Plus, they clearly needed longer to work on the movie because they cut so much shit out that they felt wasn't necessary to the movie. They should have just built it up over a much longer time. I'd have waited 10 years for a Suicide Squad movie.
For a properly done one where they didn't try to humanize and make every bad guy. Remember, Suicide Squad are comprised of bad guys. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, arguably, you could say Suicide Squad is basically listing the bad guys that we're not going to see in future movies.
Right.
Because the only bad guy at the moment that has any credibility as a bad guy in the DC universe is Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Even Joker now is just a pussy whip bitch. I mean,
I mean, giving them credit, Lex Luthor was fucking great in Dawn of Justice.
Oh, Eisenberg was
Jesse Eisenberg's mannerisms, like fucking, like
terrifying.
as Lex Luthor should be. He screamed broken human.
I thought he overdid it a little at times, but I mean, like he's a gifted guy.
That soundtrack they gave him with the pianos, the dun 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 dun, that made him feel like the biggest fucking deal of a villain. And they did that well, but they just can't do the heroes well, and they can't write dialogue for shit.
No, they do have a problem with that. Now, someone just asked, is David DC or a Marvel fan? I'm a comic fan. I like everything. I want good shit, and it bothers me because there are aspects. There's so many aspects that I love about DC, but if I have to pick one, I'm picking Marvel, ride or die, just because I'll take the cast and crew
Marvel,
of Marvel
could do everything.
They can. They really can.
They can do comics. They can do TV. They can do films. They can do literally everything. They could release a CD next week of the cast of the fucking Avengers singing Christmas songs, and it would sell billions, and it would be fucking lit, right? It would be the best shit you've ever heard.
That because it was actually DC that did a musical episode of fucking Flash, and it's bomb. Now, of course, it's because half that cast is comprised of fucking Glee members, but still, it was bomb as shit. It was awesome. It was absolutely incredible. Yeah. It was really good. It was really, really listening to Supergirl and Flash sing together was just, oh my heart, it does a flutter. It was really, really good. But it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes.
Hang on, dead from the point. Don't even get me started on that. Wait, your mom's called Martha too?
The worst hook ever.
Thing. Oh, I'm gonna go from killing you to killing this guy because my mum's got the same name as you. Do you know what I mean?
Martha.
It'd be a different story if it was me. Save Martha. Why did you say that name? Because there's a woman called Martha who needs to be saved.
Come on, donated $2. I think where DC falls off hardest on their movies is the humor. Marvel balances humor and action perfectly. DC takes it too seriously. Jesse Eisenberg and Luthor was dreadful. He's meant to be suave and powerful, man, not jumpy. I don't know. I don't know about that. Look, the reality is Michael Rosenbaum should have played that role because he was a perfect goddamn Lex Luthor in Smallville. But still, I like Lex Luthor is supposed to, he's supposed to be suave a little bit, but he's also supposed to have that terrifying quality that this guy is going to rule the world. And he came off as that whole God complex and everything. It was wonderful. I thought it was really well done. Like I said, he does go over the top a little bit, but that is Jesse Eisenberg, for Christ's sake.
Oh yeah, he's you fucking stereotypical overactor at times.
Bit, yeah. I mean, he overacted on Zuckerberg. How the fuck can you do that? How Zuckerberg is a caricature of Zuckerberg. How could you possibly go over the top? I have no idea.
Exactly.
It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. But my biggest problem up to now with the DC stuff is I knew Suicide Squad was going to suck for one reason. When they cast Will Smith as Deadshot, not because he's black and Deadshot isn't. No, because I knew as Will Smith being in that role, they weren't going to make him bad enough. And the fact that they railed on and on about him and his daughter, and he's a good guy. I'm like, oh no, he's Deadshot. He is a mercenary. He's a mercenary, and I understand that.
This is another of Lydia's points, which is Suicide Squad should be renamed the Deadshot movie. Yeah, because it was all about him, just with the occasional scene of Margot Robbie's ass, which I'm not complaining about, by the way.
About that
Margot,
hook it up.
There's a fucking three-way here with your name on it, Margot. Come on.
And yes, if I'm invited to that, if I'm part of that, then yes, please.
No. We ain't got a room for a fourth, man, dude.
You were talking about you and Lydia. Well,
yeah.
Damn. Well, aren't I presumptuous? Fuck, man.
Did you just fail hard or what?
I did. Well, I got very hopeful. I thought we were there. I thought there was a moment.
You fucking nerd.
Yeah. You damn jerk, you.
You're a big jerk.
You know what? This has been a fantastic fucking hour, by the way. Throughout the course of this, I keep watching your head go, you move, right? And the hair and the glasses that are above your head sometimes perfectly line up, and it's just like, oh my God, he's a dreamy Luke Perry. It's so fun. You'll see it when you watch it back. You'll see how your head kind of goes into the hair and glasses every now and then. It's pretty wonderful. It's quite wonderful. So aside from tearing into DC and everything, we are getting to the point where it's time to start wrapping it up a little bit. So what are the things that you're looking forward to just in general in the week coming? We're going to be back next week. It's going to probably be an E3 heavy show if I had to guess. There'll be some other stuff I'm sure that we'll get into. But what are some of the things
we'll talk about the things that are actually announced.
Right. Now, you just went through an election. A needless election, but an election.
We did, because it was completely futile.
It's comical. Would you like to talk about that for a moment? Not to get too political, of course, but
I'm not going to get into who I voted for and stuff like that.
Did you vote though? Because nobody voted.
I did.
You did.
I went to the poll, and I went to the polling station, and no one was there. It's
Nobody
weird
voted.
when I'm the only one. I'm the skeptical fucking like guy that like religiously doesn't vote. And then the second year in a row that I vote, no one's fucking there. Like I voted on Brexit and I voted on this, and that was fucking it. But oh god, what a pointless election.
What a fucking backfire
Do
too.
you know what it was? The whole thing was Theresa May's attempt to go, I was put into this position because David Cameron retired. I need an election so that people can, so I can then stand there and go, you voted for me.
Right.
And no one fucking voted for her. She didn't get majority. So there's probably going to be another election in August.
Yeah,
like, just do another election tomorrow and take out, you know what they might as well do? Out of the, let's say there's 10 parties that we could have voted on. Take the four parties that had the least votes, take them out and get everybody to vote again on the top
like
6.
Championships League, you know, like how you guys do football, like the losing team gets out of the fucking league, like the worst team in the league, you're gone. See you later, get out.
Relegate the garbage parties that are never going to win, and just vote for the proper parties. Yeah. Of course, throw UKIP out of that because we don't need racists in the UK. Thank you very much.
So, yes.
That's you know what? If ever anyone asks me like what party am I affiliated to, I'll always tell them not UKIP.
Right. That's the only thing you need to know, not UKIP.
Because like I said earlier, if you're black, white, whatever, I love you. UKIP can fuck off.
I have no problems backing you in that statement. Not at all.
We don't need no immigrants in our country. Yes, we do. Yes, we actually do. Thank you.
Everybody does. And you know what? I'm going through a little bit of a similar thing as an American at this point, but yeah, don't get me wrong. There, it's quite crazy when politics in general, and I think this is the reason why nobody voted.
How are you guys doing with Gumshoes in charge now?
Hey,
how's that going?
What? If anybody would ever leave him the fuck alone and not make up a conspiracy theory every fucking 5 minutes, I think he's doing not a fucking bad job. Yeah, but that's just me. But we won't know because they just want to impeach him so bad that everything's gonna stick. I mean, you want to talk about embarrassment? Don't even get me started on the goddamn Comey thing yesterday. Where he perjured himself. He should be in fucking shackles today. Let's not even start that. Let's not even go there because politics in general, and this is the reason why I brought this up, by the way. Politics are so exacerbating. And this is why nobody voted. This is exactly why nobody voted, because everybody is so exhausted by constant. Why are we being forced to care about politics now? It was okay for 20 years ago when we only slightly cared about politics, but now it's everywhere. Every goddamn late night talk show.
There is, like, all over the world right now, there is a lot of, why should I vote? It's not going to make a difference.
Yes.
Or why should I vote? I don't know who to vote for. Because schools don't teach you about politics and political parties. Some schools go, hey, now that you're at this age, you can choose what subjects you use. Politics is one of them. And most kids aren't going to choose politics because it's a very heavy subject.
Pretty heavy.
And I feel like fucking stuff like politics, stuff that affects the entire country that you live in, that should be mandatory. You should be taught the laws of your country. I mean, there's that famous fucking song that went around on YouTube. I was watching it the other day, actually. If you've not watched it, go and watch it. It's called Don't Stay in School by Boy in a Band. Fucking brilliant. It talks about how you're taught about dissecting frogs for biology. You're taught about, you know, quadratic equations and stuff that you're never going to use unless you do an advanced scientific job. But you're not taught what the 30 human rights are. You're not taught how to look after a kid when you actually have one. You're only told how to prevent getting one and stuff like that. And it's the same with politics. We're never taught anything about politics, yet as soon as we hit like 18 or whatever age it is in America, we're told, right, these are your representatives. Vote for which ones which one you want to come into power. And it's like, how? I don't know anything. I went to the polling station. I voted, but I only know that I voted for the party that I'd heard most of my friends say they were going to vote for. I have no idea what their policies are. I have no idea if they're the right choice. I just went with the majority of people that I knew because I was like, maybe if I don't vote for the party that they're voting for, it won't have any effect, or it'll won't balance help.
Out. I'll be the counter.
I mean? Exactly. And it was just, it's so stupid. And I feel stupid. But at the same time, the answer to that is, Liam, watch fucking hundreds of hours of YouTube videos about the election and about who to choose.
But that's not where to be getting this information from. That's the problem, too. Is social media is trying to teach everybody about politics, but everybody's just making shit up because nobody knows. And you know why? Yeah. I can tell you exactly why there's a failure here. Because remember around 1985, something very important happened. Schoolhouse Rock died. We need to bring back Schoolhouse Rock because they talked about all that shit and they did it in a catchy fucking way. I want Schoolhouse Rock back, mandatory. You want to fix the world, bring a Schoolhouse Rock, because I'm telling you, it works. It works. Conjunction junction, what's your function? I can tell you what your function is because I fucking listen to goddamn Schoolhouse Rock. I'm telling you, man. And they did politics. They did everything. And it was fun. It wasn't combative. Now, when you get to the age where you're supposed to care, it's like, well, she's a cunt and liar and he's a fucking misogynistic racist. It's like, what?
The worst for me, the worst thing for me, the most fucking pathetic thing I've ever seen politically is Jeremy fucking Corbyn and Theresa May back and forthing on fucking Twitter with the hashtag, this is the worst bit, with the hashtag battle for number 10, as in 10 Downing Street. What the fuck is happening where we're having back and forths on Twitter? We used to have really formal sit down speeches from the fucking candidates.
Town halls, yeah.
Who can post the funniest tweet will get you the vote.
Right. Because that's where we are. Because information is disseminated so differently now. It's disseminated massively in seconds. So now you have to go that way. That's why Trump is doing this right, by the way. Everyone criticizes him. He's got to tweet the way he does. If he doesn't, he's done. He's got to keep attacking the way that he does because that is how people listen now. They don't have the attention span to actually read meaningful. That's why journalism's gone to shit, because they don't need to be important anymore because nobody reads anywhere past the fucking headline anyway. So this is just how, because if it's not a tweet, it doesn't matter. If it's more than 140 characters, people check
I was about to say, if it's more than 140, it literally was what I was about to say, because that's why everyone thought PewDiePie was a Nazi. Right. Because they read the title, PewDiePie is a Nazi?
What?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to read any further on because 140 characters is my fucking mental limit at this point.
Look at the picture. He's in a Nazi. No,
he's in a Hitler uniform.
Actually, he's in a Russian uniform, but okay, wait, whatever. Okay, whatever. But yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, nobody wants to take the time to actually
there's
read.
No way that was taken from a fucking Keemstar parody.
Now, people ask me, like, my opinion on stuff, and the first thing I usually say is, go look it up. Actually, like, go read. I'm just an idiot in a basement, okay? I'm in a converted fucking basement talking to a microphone, playing Pokemon most of the time, or talking about wrestling. That's what I do. Do I have opinions and can I speak about other things? Sure. Doesn't mean I'm fucking right. They're all just my opinions. I'm certainly not an expert. The best thing that you can do for yourself as a consumer, as a political person, or as any other type of functioning adult is to fucking look it up. Do some research. It's a lost art. Go get an encyclopedia, bitches.
But this is also the problem is people will come to me or you and be like, what do you think of this situation? And we're both the same. We'll say, like, I've got a fucking emote in my Twitch chat that is just Google. Go Google it. And everyone will spam it at this person. Go and fucking Google it because I'm not here to teach you this shit.
No.
But the problem is the internet is so big and so full of fucking garbage and fake stuff that people will be Googling and they'll go to the first fucking website they see and be like, oh, this is the correct information then because it's the first thing I found on the internet. They won't do the deeper research because no one has time to look through hundreds of hours of articles and videos and footage to get the information they need. And they don't know where to look.
Because everything's so slanted now too. You know,
I feel like more emphasis needs to be on local libraries. Like if you really want to know about something, go to a library. They have these fucking crazy inventions in there called books.
Yes.
They're like folded up paper that contains the history of mankind on them. It's crazy, I know. It's ancient technology, but go check them out. Go read a fucking book.
If you want to appreciate life again, go actually do a goddamn book report using an encyclopedia. I'm telling you, it's a life-changing experience. I grew up this way. This is what I had to do. And you know why you remember stuff when you were in high school and in school when you're my age? Because you had to actually go to a library and sit down and turn through and cut your fucking fingers on pages. You didn't have...
You had to do stand-up reports. I mean, I swear in fucking schools now, it's most likely, I don't feel very confident standing in front of the class and talking. So my parents now say I don't have to.
Yep.
And if you tell me to, you're impeaching my human rights. And you're just like, fuck off. Schools these days are the softest fucking places you will ever go to. They might as well have padded walls and chairs now, like those fucking preschool places you can go to, because you're not allowed to take any hits, be it emotionally or physically at school anymore. Like, I'm lucky enough to be from a time where teachers were not allowed to hit you across the back of the legs with a ruler.
Sure.
But I was at least allowed, like, I was at least growing up in a school where the teachers were still allowed to turn to a kid and go, you are a fucking garbage person because you won't shut the fuck up. Leave my lesson. These people want to learn.
People garbage people, by the way. I think
Why?
it's the funniest thing. It's just you could say you call so many people such colorful names, but yet you whip out garbage person, and I'm just like, garbage person? That's adorable.
Is it because I is British? Is it because I'm supposed to say rubbish? You are a rubbish person.
I is British.
How indubitably dare you?
How dare you, you garbage person, you. I will have you flogged, my sir. Jesus, I love it. Holy God. But no, you're not wrong. It's pretty, like, I don't want to be one of these guys who's like, everybody's soft and nobody knows how to live. But the reality is you learn in life from failure. You don't learn in life from succeeding. You learn from failing. You learn, that's how you get to success, is failing. The greatest life lesson, and this, I wish I could take credit for this, but I can't. Jerry Seinfeld and Chris Rock had a conversation on comedians in cars getting coffee. And they talk about the greatest life lesson you'll ever get in life is skateboarding. Go pick up a skateboard and try to do the simplest trick in skateboarding. It's called an ollie. It's the easiest trick that a skateboarder does. You are going to
That's fucking hard, though.
It's hard.
Fuck off, it's hard.
You're going to learn it, but you are going to take about 4 or 5 hours of falling on your ass. If you're lucky, by the time that you nail that fucking move, you have bruises on your ass. You've probably sprained your wrist, but guess what? You've learned lessons every time that you fell, and you paid a price for it, so you appreciate it. That's what learning is. That's how fucking winning's done, to quote Rocky, which we need more of, by the way. We need more quoting of Rocky. We're gonna fix the world, Liam. You and me, Nerd and the Jerk. We're gonna fix the fucking world.
I'm looking forward to the all-female Rocky remake.
Oh no! They tried that with $1 Million Baby. Isn't that what they kind of tried to do?
Don't even get me started.
Great flick. All right. Well, I think this is a pretty damn good stopping point. I think we've had a hell of a first show. Liam, how's your Nerd and the Jerk experience? Are you happy to be here, or are you giving me your resignation?
I hate you, Dave, and I want to leave. No, it's been so much fun. It's just always a laugh. We could just me and you could shoot the shit all the fucking time, though. Like you've said, we're the same fucking person, just I'm a bit more beautiful.
A little
bit.
It's fine. Yeah, and quite a bit, and cooler, and blue hair, and British, and tattoo. I hate you so much. Oh, now look at him.
Drink it in, man. Drink it in.
But what I really want to hear from is you guys. Is this the perfect co-host or fucking what? Because this is really, this show, it's...
Oh, I want to see how much hate have I had. Like,
guess how many dislikes we got? We're going to have more now. 0.
Oh, 0. Fucking hell.
Got a goose.
Yeah, but that might be people that dislike me and have left. And they didn't want to dislike because they didn't want to up your engagement.
I
even said in the end I said at the end of my last video recently as well, just like, if you dislike the video, you can just click the X in the corner, but please hit the dislike button before you go.
Right. Just do something.
Because that's engagement. That pushes me up the fucking searches.
I love it. I snapped on a troll yesterday, and then he tried to fucking play bitch later on. And I was like,
I hate rising to it, but sometimes I just want to go fucking hammer at people.
I can't help it. I got to do it every now and then. But I really want to hear from you guys in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the new iteration?
I love the people that have come from me, like Viridian Falk and Gears of Gizmo, just like, yeah, let's have more of Liam.
Yeah, that's why you're here. I appreciate you, but that's why you're here.
More of Liam. Maybe less of this Dave guy.
What do you think of me? How do you, like, I created the show. What do you think? Am I okay?
People who have come from my channel, how are you finding Dave? Do you think he's all right?
Oh my, it's crazy. So hopefully you guys will be back. Sarcastic Sam donated $1. I like this blue scarce. Keep him.
Hey, thank you. Blue scarce. I don't normally wear shit like this. It's laundry day.
Thank you, Lumberjack Liam. It's fucking fantastic. I really appreciate everybody in here tonight. We've had an absolute blast. Hopefully you'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for some more Nerd and the Jerk. We're going to have a whole bunch more topics for you and a whole bunch more insanity. Liam, go ahead and tell the kids where they can find you, because there is a lot of ways to find you.
Hell fucking yes. You can find me at youtube.com/Ace Trainer Liam or /Liam Edwards for the second channel. You can find me at twitch.tv/Ace Trainer Liam and every form of social media as /Ace Trainer Liam.
There you go. We got a dislike, and then the dislike went away. They were just wanting to prove a
Hey,
point.
good
Oh, that's back.
lad.
It's back again. Thank you. Thank you for the. I appreciate that. All right. And as for me, you can find me on Twitter at ThatOnDaveV and right here on this channel. Hopefully, if you like what we did, you'll see some of the other stuff that we do here. Liam does do wrestling with me as well from time to time. We also have some other people who do it. We do a lot of Pokemon. So check me out. Maybe you'll like me. Maybe you'll sub to the channel and you'll stick around for a while. But if you don't, we'll see you next Friday because you're going to come back for this beautiful bastard.
Can I request that next Friday the hair above me is blue?
You know what? I think I can get the radiant Captain Kirsch to do that. I think we can make
Hell
that
yeah.
happen.
Oh, she followed me on Twitter. She's fucking hot, dude.
Oh, she is
Yeah.
smoke. She was on the show last night and she's the graphic designer for the Pesky podcast, and I made the entire show about her because I'm obsessed with her because she's wonderful in every way.
Yeah. Kirsch, if you want to come and hang out in the UK with me and Lydia, we got a place you can stay.
I'm actually going to meet her next month. She's German, and she's
Hey,
coming back.
you dirty boy.
Her, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, a couple other people, they're all coming down here.
Dude.
Yeah, Real Talk's doing a tour. He's doing a tour here. He's headlining some festivals over here. Yeah. So we're going to get together. We're going to create all kinds of fucking content and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun.
When the fuck is this?
July 7th. So they'll probably be here like July 3rd, July 4th, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Come on over. Get on. Go through that underwater tunnel.
I'd fucking love to. I'll see if I can figure something out because it's right near my friend's birthday though. So I might just go trampolining in London instead.
Trampolining I don't know what that means, but it sounded very British.
You know what a trampoline is, don't you?
Yes, but using it as a verb is a little like you're literally going to go trampolining. You're just going to go jump on a trampoline.
You know there are places where they have a room that is literally like 26 trampolines all together, and then walls that are trampolines. We're gonna go there and have a fucking jump around.
I didn't realize that near 30-year-olds celebrated in such a manner. I did not know that.
Have you seen what I got going on in this room?
Good point. Good. I should have known better.
I'm not. To paraphrase Nia Jax, I'm not like most 28-year-old white men.
No, not at all. And that's why we love you. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us right here for Nerd and the Jerk. We will see you next time, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Keep it copious, folks, and remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends like Acr Trainer Liam. All right, check everything else going on the channel. We'll see you next time, and peace. Here's your